So as part of the Anchor Diaries, the Iron Port team from Takoradi are here today at the Elmina Fishing Harbour, and we are here to interview the Fishing Harbour manager in the person of Chief Obosu Mohammed, who is also here with his able man, that is Captain Yabua Asante, who happens to be the Marine Operations Advisor. Hello, sir. Good evening, sirs.
Thanks for having us.
Good. So, as the manager of the Elmina Fishing Harbour, can you walk us through what happens here in a normal day?
So basically, the Elmina Fishing Harbour was built to enhance fishing activities in Elmina and within its neighboring surroundings. Purposely by creating, first of all, a safe navigational access, safe berthing place, dealing with issues of post-harvest losses, and more importantly, by creating jobs to the good people of Elmina. Indeed, per Fisheries Commission statistics, about 75% of indigenes here in Elmina are both directly and indirectly employed through these fishing activities. And indeed, about 15% of the fish catches from Elmina contribute to the national or total national fish output. So clearly, this fishing harbour is a very important fishing harbour, not just for the enhancements of the locals here, which is the microeconomy, but also on the larger scale, the microeconomy. Yeah, having laid this background, I also want to say that last year, the Elmina Fishing Harbour assumed a dual port role by also receiving cruise liners to the port. So aside the fishing activity, we also receive cruise liners because Elmina is strategically located. So therefore, there are quite a number of tourist installations within our area. And of course, when you look at the view and settings and the port, the aesthetics, and these tourists, they want to have an experience here. So we assumed the role of receiving cruise liners. So last year we had the SH Vega, which called on our port just around this time, and the experience was great, the feedback was great. That is why today we received SH Dana, which so far you can see everything is going on smoothly.
All right, thank you. So, how were you able to marshal all the stakeholders? Because as you rightly put it, you happen to exhibit a dual activity aside the fishing by attracting this. What happened? What brought about this whole?
So first of all, to answer your question, I would say that when the proposal came from Umago, who were the shipping agents, of course, this is an endeavor which has never happened before.
Yeah.
So we needed to assess, first of all, GPHA as a body, corporate body, do an assessment, whether safety, security, and other risk assessment to ascertain and convince ourselves that it was possible to be able to do so without causing any upheavals. So therefore, once we were convinced that it was possible to be able to receive such a vessel and host of passengers to offshore, onshore, then we began extensive engagement with our sister statutory bodies or stakeholders, as you may want to call it. So, there was a lot of preparation, planning, and execution, and there was seamless coordination among stakeholders. For example, we had the immigration, we had the customs, we had the NACOP, we had the NIB, we had the national security, we had the Ghana Tourist Authority, and Ghana Maritime Authority, and several other, and in fact the locals. We had the chief fisherman, the fish mummies, the Ghana Canoe Council, the Ghana Fire Service, the Ghana Marine Police. All these people, we came together, put our heads together, had to plan on how, first of all, we will ensure the safety and security of our visitors, which are the passengers, secure the vessel, and make sure that they had an experience, a lasting experience that will live with them throughout their stay here or there. So, and we also had to review. Beyond that, we also had to review our infrastructure by seeing the need to create a tourist jetty where you could disembark or embark and go. So yeah, so a lot of preparation went on. But let me also add that on this occasion, permit me to single out our director of port, Mr. Peter Amud, who was at the forefront of this audacious endeavor to make sure that it was successful. Once it became successful and we had great feedback, indeed, one of the emails we received some time back was that the tourists and even the S8 Vega crew and captain and so on, they indicated that with all the ports that they've been to, Elmina Fishing Harbour or port is the most cleanest of ports they've been to throughout their voyage in Africa. So clearly, and they had nice cultural experiences. So clearly, it was not a surprise that their sister vessel, S.A. Diana, knocked on our doors that they wanted to come here today. So based on that model, we had to improve it and prepared ourselves to receive them today, which is manifesting in our eyes clearly.
More importantly, you spoke about safety and security, because personally, having to see these stories, using Zodiac, having that experience, I was kind of, has it really gotten to that? Do we really read more, into it? But as you put it, I mean, a lot of thinking, a lot of preparation went into it. So, as a fishing harbor manager, in the medium term, in the long term, what are the plans to ensure that this double, so to say, experience becomes or grow into a bigger platform?
Yeah, so like you rightfully indicated, aside the fishing, we want to make sure that Elmina Fishing Harbour becomes one of the prominent cruise destinations in Ghana, if not West Africa. So therefore, at every point in time, we review our operations and see how we can improve on our infrastructure in terms of the jetty, and also to ensure that their movement from their vessels onshore becomes much smoother, safer for all of them to have an experience, and also ensure that the experience that they are going to get here lives with them till the end of time.
All right. Thank you very much, Manager. I don't know if the Marine advisor would like to add a word or two to.
And I forgot one thing.
Good.
And also, we seek to also improve our coordination among our sister agencies and stakeholders.
All right.
Yes, once we are able to do that, then obviously it improves our general activity, and gives us great feedbacks, great like I said, feedback for the ship agency and other people who may want to come to also feed into this.
All right. So, Captain Yabu Asante, as a master mariner, what would you love to say about this whole experience?
From my perspective, naturally you see a cruise liner going into Port Jacob, taking breath so that they find comfort. They are more secured. Giving that to us, that has given us a different expose with a series of simulation. You realize that yes, it's been done. As we're looking at our bigger color launch.
Yeah.
Then came to the solution of whether we want to use the zodiac. So we interacted with them and how many we are going to deploy. So we have a round table with them. Give them fish. Then we said, okay, then we need to put one or two things in place to facilitate their disembarkation. So, the day came, and all our arrangements, all our operations, we rolled it out. Yes, then first of all, the tours came to shore, we went to the various point of interest, care centers, there are 10 partnerships. For now, we say that Elmina is shining. Shining because part of what we did last year, giving back to this one too. And I wouldn't be surprised that more of such visits will be calling. So as to enhance this, I would pray that instead of the 12 months, the time will come to see it 6 months, 6 months. So interesting. So let's say this SH Diana people are taking the Easter one, the open one. We are hoping that the bigger one will come. They also stick out for the December one. We're having 2 vessels in a year. We like to sell Elmina the more. And Ghana will also do that.
Okay. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's been a wonderful time with you, and I believe that economically, GPHA, and for that matter, Ghana as a whole, benefit more of such special arrangements, kind courtesy, the Elmina Fishing Harbour, and the Marine Advisor. Thank you, gentlemen.